Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the 10th anniversary for Stranger Things, and to celebrate, I wanted to show you everything that the Netflix house gifted me after the sleep study at their Stranger Things immersive experience. I did not go into this expecting one thing. When I heard that they were going to be opening this experience at the Netflix house Philadelphia, I thought, oh wow, is this going to be the same experience that I've already done, or is it going to be updated with season 5? The very first time slot is what I bought my ticket for on opening day, July 10th. So the Netflix house itself did not open until 10 a.m. and I got there around 9. When I got inside, I asked them what time we were allowed to start lining up, and they said probably only about 15 minutes before the time slot. So I went and looked around, saw everything that they had to offer, which I will also include in this video. You can see throughout. It's a magnificent place. They have a lot of things for you to see. They have a lot of things to do. They have their own restaurant. It was really a very, very, very fun place. And I hope to be able to go to the one in Dallas one day as well. It's about 11:45 and I got in line first. Someone had walked out and started talking to me, and they looked like they worked for either the Stranger Things experience or for Netflix house, and we made conversation. We were talking about Stranger Things experiences past, the one that I went to in Atlanta and the one that this particular person had worked at in different locations around the country and overseas as well, which that's really cool. I could never imagine being able to experience this in another country. I had told them who I was and where I came from, how long it took me to get there, and I did drive. I did not fly. It was not an easy drive, I'll tell you that. I did experience a lot of hard rain and it was very dark out. I think it was originally supposed to only be an 8-hour drive, but because of the rain and me having to pull over and get gas and stop to use the restroom, all of these different factors ended up making my drive like 12.5 hours. It was exhausting and I was terrified I wasn't gonna make it on time for my chosen spot. And that would have just broken my heart. They want to take a photo with me. And I was like, sure, this is an experience of a lifetime. Let me get a picture with you guys as well. They told me that they were going to add my photo to an internal chat thread so that people knew who I was and where I came from, my story and whatever. And I thought that was really fun, exciting to know that I was important enough for them to tell other people about. Like, what? So then fast forward just a little bit, we went through the experience. I cannot tell you enough good things about. It was just like the Atlanta experience, but they did tweak a few things here and there. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but I will tell you, there's just so many parts of this experience that that are literally so immersive that they make you feel like you are in the show. Like they created a gate. I walked through an upside down gate, you guys. A gate. It was sick. Like, it was disgusting. But at the same time, it was like, I'm walking through an upside down gate right now. Who can say that they've done that? So I'm coming up on the rainbow room and I squealed in excitement because it looks so realistic. I literally felt like I was in the show. This experience hit a little closer to home because Papa himself, Dr. Martin Brenner, he says my name. He said my name. He said Alex. But he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to the woman that worked in that room. But either way, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh, he just said my name. Papa said my name. I was on Team Intuitive. I will insert a photo of my bracelet here. In this intuitive group, our mission in the next room was to make sure that we were safe in this room and then no one could get in. So first thought is we barricaded the door. I don't know if it was just too early for some of these people, but all they wanted to do was push one bench up against the door. And I was like, that's not how we save ourselves. So I looked over at another one of my teammates and I was like, who wants to help me stack these benches? So we took like 4 or 5 of these benches and stacked them up against each other, up against the door. And I was like, no one's going to be able to get through there. The finale is going to blow your mind. It pulled at my heartstrings. It blew my mind. It made me cry. Oh, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. So then fast forward to the very end and it spits us out in this area that I'm not sure if they called it this in Philly, but when we were in Atlanta, they called it the mixtape. And it's a room where they recreate a lot of sets from the show. Was it gonna say Mad Max? And they also have like props. And costumes. photo opportunities. And a photo booth. I got some pictures taken in there. It went very quickly, so I actually didn't get to pose in all of the ways that I wanted to, but they're still cute. Come on. And you could get Scoops Ahoy ice cream.
Try the USS Butterscotch upstairs and it's delicious.
You could sit in Scoops Ahoy. And there was Surfer Boy Pizza.
Thank you. So good. It's probably dangerous working here.
It was just beautiful. But when I walked out of the door, I didn't get to experience it right away because the guys that I had been talking to before I went into the experience, one of them was waiting out there for me. And he said, come on over here, I want to talk to you. He said, since you were the first fan here on opening day, we wanted to give you a goodie bag to show you our appreciation. And I instantly, okay, so I was already crying because of what was going on in the experience, but I started to cry even more because they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to give me anything. So he handed me this bag. I didn't really have a whole lot of time to like go through it, but he told me a few things that were in it. So I'm here to show you everything that they were so generous to give me. Says Netflix house on it. I got a Lucas Stranger Things Tales from 85 Funko Pop that has not been released yet. I got Dusty Buns. Can see him there. Y'all know from watching my videos that I love the animated spinoff. And I didn't even realize this till I was sitting at lunch, but they give you these goggles to wear while you're in the finale. Because they grabbed me so quickly after the experience, I didn't have time to like throw them into the bin that was sitting there for us to recycle them. So I still have mine. They also gave me a 10th anniversary magnet. Look. And that beautiful 10th anniversary iridescent sticker. What? This is a hefty magnet, and I am going to cherish it forever. This is the bracelet from my group, the intuitive group. So we were yellow. Our special power, how we manifested it, was we would put our fingers on our temples. And we were super powerful, okay? I felt just like Elle. I was speaking to one of the guys from the Netflix house about how I loved his lanyard. He said, oh, you like my lanyard? I can see about getting one of those for you. And he put it in my bag too. Look at the sleep study lanyard. This is something that only the staff gets to have. Okay, this is not available in the merch store. This is not something you can buy. This is something that only the employees wear during this Stranger Things experience. It was so nice of him to let me have, but it doesn't stop there. So he had put this lanyard in my bag before I left. So he wasn't around for me to thank, but if you're seeing this video, thank you so much, because he also included an all-access badge for the sleep study at Hawkins National Lab for the Atlanta experience. Look, it says Atlanta right there. What? This is something that the employees in Atlanta would have worn, because the ones in Philly say Philly or Philadelphia. When I saw this, I cried again. I cried again. Thank you so much for this. I will never forget you, and I will always cherish this. Look at that. What? All right, moving along. I'm gonna get emotional again. He handed me a poster as well, and he said this is a commemorative 10th anniversary poster for Stranger Things. And I start to look at it, and he says, and we had it signed for you by the Duffer brothers. And I froze, and I looked at him and I said, what? And I looked at it, and right there were the autographs. I cried again. I thanked him, and I didn't know what else to do. I couldn't articulate how thankful I was. I also asked, he was like, and it would be really nice if we could do some social media stuff with you.
I drove 12 hours from Ohio. I heard they were doing a sleep study, so I was ready to sleep.
Did you sleep?
No, I am energized. I think that I squealed as soon as I saw the Rainbow Room. It felt like we were literally in the Rainbow Room. They executed it beautifully. It's for everybody. Being able to look over and see your loved one being happy or crying like I did because of how powerful it feels. It's just a really great experience to be able to do it together. I felt just like Elle. I think that the finale is what's really gonna blow your minds. I cried because seeing everyone together again on this big adventure, it really, it pulled at your heartstrings. It pulled at mine. It's gonna pull at yours, I'm sure.
We'd really like to buy you lunch. We have a restaurant upstairs. This was also in the restaurant. I loved the Demogorgon jalapenos on the pizza. I get you some dessert. And I started to cry again. Because they didn't have to do that. I'm no way like partnered with them. I don't know anybody that works there. I was shocked and so happy. I felt like a princess. I felt like a Netflix princess, okay? So I guess that brings us to the main event. This is the 10th anniversary commemorative poster signed by Matt and Ross Duffer. It's got this red foil at the top. I don't know if it's going to translate very well onto the video, especially because of the ring light. But look at that. Isn't that a beautiful poster? Netflix house, Netflix, and the Duffer brothers. Thank you so much. You can also see this poster next to me in the social media video that we made for the Netflix house called The Couch Confessional, and it's done in the buyer's living room. I'll include that here too. Just also wanted to include the merch store. I'm just showing you the Stranger Things area because of how beautiful it was. Those of you that might not be able to get to experience this Netflix house for one reason or another, please enjoy this little tour of the merch area. This is actually the 10th anniversary section. The 10th anniversary stuff is really gorgeous, and I love how they put the chapters of the first season on here as well. And it says created by the Duffer brothers. Max. Wheels. Eddie's guitar. I wanted this Demogorgon so bad. If you know, you know. Peep, these Stranger Things Tales from 85 crew.
It's what, kiddo?
I hope you all have an amazing 10th anniversary for Stranger Things. I'll leave you with this beautiful shot of the Netflix house at night. Just beautiful. It was both creepy, eerie, and the ambiance of the glow. It flabbergasted me. Bye.